You've read the headlines and you know that there's no shortage of folks worried about the rising cost of their health insurance. And fortunately, there's Oasis of Hope right here in Grand Rapids. They've offered services including labs, x-rays, ultrasounds, and more at no cost for 18 years to those without insurance. Now, it sounds like something you want to know about or maybe learn a little more about. Time to listen up. We're joined by the Executive Director of Oasis of Hope, Dan Breaker, to learn more. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
This is something that, to be honest, wasn't familiar with and excited to talk about. Tell people what Oasis of Hope is doing.
Yeah, we're a free clinic for people without health insurance, and it just really is that simple. We have 12 or 15 volunteer providers, doctors, PAs, NPs, a staff of volunteer students, like pre-med students who room and scribe and stuff, and we're able to provide healthcare for free that way. We like to say our primary commodity is hope, and we give that through free healthcare. So if you're, uninsured, diabetic, trying to make the rent, trying to feed the kids, well, we can't help with all of that, but we can come along and, help you manage that diabetes or high blood pressure or whatever you got going on. And then, you have sort of renewed hope that you can take on the rest of it yourself.
Yeah, well, it fits right into the name, right?
Yes.
Oasis of Hope. The hope is somewhere. There it is at Oasis of Hope. And we can't escape the headlines. Everyone has seen the health care cost is something that people fret about and worry about, and with good reason, because it keeps going up. Who can take this service? I'm assuming there are a couple of qualifications that need to be met.
Just a couple. We see exclusively uninsured people.
Okay.
So if you have Medicaid or high deductible plan, we can refer you to some other great places in town, but uninsured and below 200% of the federal poverty line.
All right. So if the job's not bringing in a big paycheck and you have no health insurance, this is the place to go.
Correct.
Absolutely. So what services and who's providing? You kind of touched on that a little bit, because I'm sure people are hearing that and going, yeah, but who's treating me, right? They want to know, am I getting good service as well?
Correct. Yeah. We have volunteer providers, and they range from some of them are current Corewell providers, some of them are retired, or the different health systems in town. They are MDs, physician assistant, nurse practitioners, right. All volunteered there to be there. We do mostly primary care, like what you'd go to your family practice or general practitioner for. Both acute and
which is
chronic.
Nothing to sneeze at,
right.
No pun intended.
Right.
but I mean, primary care is where it all starts.
That's most of it, right? But we do have, we can offer endocrinology, dermatology, cardiology, ophthalmology. There's an ENT in town who will see our patients for free. Hulse-Jepsen physical therapy will see our patients.
Even PT?
Yes.
No kidding. So there is a wider range of services that you guys offer.
Absolutely.
And none of it has a cost. I mentioned ultrasounds. I mentioned x-rays.
Right.
People have seen the bills on what those cost.
Right. So for like labs, x-rays, ultrasounds, we send people to Corewell.
Okay.
And then Corewell will send us the bill. They send us a very discounted version of the bill. And then we have a grant from the Zondervan Foundation to pay that bill. So we're able to provide all of that for free for our patients.
Great opportunity to say thank you, Zondervan Foundation, because foundations and individuals and corporations that support Oasis of Hope are key,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Is there any way for us to support you as individuals? Can we support Oasis of Hope?
Absolutely. In fact, our main source of funding is just individual donors. That's the biggest portion of it. A couple of churches are monthly supporters, but a couple of other grants, but mostly it's just people helping out. There's ways to give online through PayPal. I love getting checks in the mail. I just set up Venmo. We have an Amazon wish list. We have a golf outing every August. So if you're a golfer and you want to give help provide free health care with just a fun morning of golf, the information's on our website.
It seems like a pretty easy ask. I mean, I wouldn't hear anybody saying, no, I don't want to support that. I mean, that sounds like you're doing some really good work. Now, if someone's watching this right now and they're like, yeah, we see our premiums, they did this or they did that, or maybe we're in a situation where life happened and we can't afford this. How do they reach, what's the first step someone watching this who may need to utilize your service? What should they do?
The best thing to do is just give us a call, 616-451-8868. We're there Monday afternoons, Wednesday afternoons, Saturday mornings, or you can leave a message in between. We do take walk-in patients. We try to work them in. We can almost always get them in, but it's best if you have an appointment because then we're sure that we're there and ready for you and have all the services that you need ready when you get there.
Absolutely. So the best way is to pick up the phone.
That's the best way, yeah.
Probably the quickest way to get your questions answered too, I suppose, because
yes.
you're going to be talking to somebody right
Absolutely.
there. Well, Dan, thank you for the time and for what you do. We encourage you to support Oasis of Hope, or if you know someone who may be in need, get them in touch. 616-451-8868. If you want to learn more, want to do a little digging on the web, ohcgr.org. Dan, thanks again for the time this morning.
Thank you.